Hey folks, Eric here again with a brand new gear review, demo video and unboxing. Today we're going to be looking at the SOULION C30 Webcam 2K. Let's take it to the desk and unbox it. Alright, so let's take a look here to see what we have here on the desk. And right here you can see the SOULION. Let me get the autofocus out here for you. The SOULION C30 2K Webcam. It says there it is a QHD webcam. So once again, these are the people that sent me those wonderful speakers that I had not too long ago and I did a review on. Those SOULION R40 speakers. Amazing speakers. I really enjoyed those, and when they asked me if I would like to review this webcam, I jumped at the opportunity because the speakers were just amazing and I wanted to try out more of their products. Okay, so as you can see, it has QHD 2K. Let me go ahead and fix the autofocus now because it continues to mess up here. So let me just go ahead and manually focus that. There we go. 2K QHD 1440p. And we also have 60 frames per second 1080p. Here we have, there's a cover that you can use to, I'm assuming, block the actual camera in case you need to be like a privacy mode. And then it also has a built-in microphone. Now, I'm not sure exactly the good quality of the microphone. A lot of webcams don't have a lot of good quality on their microphone because they're more focused on the actual video quality. Okay, so if we take a look here, we can see, there we go. So it goes all the way from 320 by 240 all the way to 2592 to 1520. 4K is good, but a little tip on that is with 4K, it really bogs down a lot of computers if you're not completely updated to like a lot of RAM and everything like that. With 2K, that's a little bit better, and you're going to have a little bit better quality than a 1080p. So when you try to zoom in, like using the video editing software to zoom in, not the actual zoom on any kind of camera lens, I don't think this has a zoom, it will still show up very nice if it's in 2K. Okay, so there's all kinds of these things here, and you've had a chance to look at this. It also is compatible with, as you can see here, Windows, Mac, Android, some of these other things. Okay, looks like we have a fixed focus. There's a 4x digital zoom in 720p, built-in dual noise reduction mics, maximum video frame rate 60 frames per second in 1080p, and a few other things that you've got going on there. Now I'm not sure if this has its own little software or not, but let's go ahead and unbox this. I'm going to take a pick to use as my unboxing knife here. Picks are very handy for that. Okay, first off the bat, we see a user manual, fairly thick one, and that's probably because there's multiple languages. Yes, there's different languages in here. So we have a user manual here. Looks very good. Something typical that you get in things like this. Just a typical user manual. Looks like we're going to get a. Well, the webcam comes out in one piece. Is there anything underneath it? Nope. Just the webcam all in one piece. What I like about this is you can tell that's a long length in the cable so that you can plug it in and kind of move your camera around and things like that. Now, the webcam I'm using now is just a straight Logitech, the 1080p version. I can't remember what the model number is, but we're going to be probably seeing some different angles and things from this camera itself as we go along. But I like the fact that we have this long cable here to use and connect to. Okay, so they've got it protected in this little case here. I'm going to go ahead and untwist the twisty tie, and we can kind of see an idea of how long this is. Now it may say on the box how long the cable is. By the way, the links will be in the description below for this product. Okay, so if you're interested in testing it out after seeing this review, or if you want to check it out now, go ahead and look at the links in the description below. Okay, so look, we have a very long, I mean, this stretches all the way over to these drawers over here. I mean, this is probably a good 6 feet, maybe, I would assume. I would estimate 6 feet. And as we take it out of its little packaging here, okay, very nice. Ooh, that looks very nice. I like that. Okay, so we have, I'll go ahead and pull the plastic off here. Let me let you see that real good. Light in here is not perfect. I'll go ahead and pull this plastic wrap off. Okay, all right, that's taken care of. It has an interesting design around the sides here. if you can catch that or not. It's kind of like almost a carbon fiber look to it. And here's the privacy cover we see. We can take it, and if we need a bit of privacy, we can put that over. So that's very interesting. I like that. If you're going on, if you're live streaming and you need a moment to get away from the desk or something, you can take that and slide it over. Very nice. It also has a pretty good pivot. It pivots all the way around. Check that out. So that's very nice. And it looks, oh yes it does. It goes sideways. Okay, you can tilt it this way. And then because of this, oh, look at this. We have another tilt. Oh, this is very nice. The Logitech does not have that feature, I'll tell you that right now. The quality seems to be very, very nice on this device here. But yeah, I like the fact that you can go these different angles with it and everything. Here's for mounting it directly to the tripod. So yeah, I like this. It has this nice little tripod mount here that you can use on your stand, your tripod. Okay, so let's go ahead and switch cameras and see what this looks like, and maybe what we can do to see if there's any kind of software or anything that comes with this that we can control it with. Alright folks, here we are once again. As you can see, I'm using the webcam now. I'm using Streamlabs OBS actually to record this. So I found that I had to do a workaround. One thing that the manual says is that when you're on a Mac, you can use QuickTime Player to get the full 2K capacity of this webcam. Well, when I first initially plugged the SOULION webcam here into the computer, it wasn't as high resolution as I thought it was supposed to be. But after I opened it up and used it as a source in QuickTime, it automatically reverted to that in Streamlabs. So now this picture you're seeing now is much crisper and clearer than what I found before, which for some reason defaulted to something different. So that's a workaround if you're using OBS with this camera in a Mac. Just open QuickTime Player, create a new movie recording, and use the SOULION webcam as your source, and it should transfer over to OBS. Another thing is it says if this thing could get a little hot. It says if the webcam becomes hot after running for a long time, we suggest you stop using it for a period. So I never thought about that, but I guess it could do that and get a little hot in that case. But there's only like 5 or 6 pages here. It's basically plug and play and ready to use. Now I've got some filters applied here to this, and I'll take the filters off, or at least hide those, and see if let's see what they look like after I turn the filters off. This is a basic color correction filter in Streamlabs, and if I hide that, this is what we have. Still pretty crisp, still pretty bright, but I did a little color correction and kind of enhanced it a little bit like that. Okay, so if we look at how this looks, I think it looks crisp. I think it looks really nice. It doesn't have its own software, but you can pretty much add filters and things like that in your streaming software, whatever you're using nowadays. Most of the time you can do that. So far so good. And if I engage the privacy cover, you can't see me anymore, right? So right now you're hearing the audio coming through the built-in microphone of my iMac. So let's switch that over. I've down mixed it to mono so that I don't have any left and right, because this has 2 mics on it, so it may be stereo. That's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and change the audio so it sounds like. Okay, so here we are on the SOULION C3 audio, and I'm excited to see what this sounds like. I've got it down mixed to mono. I think I already mentioned this, but that way I don't have to worry about any stereo, left and right signals happening. So it's going to be nice to be able to have 2 microphones picking up the quality of the audio here. Hopefully it's sounding very good, and what I'm going to do now is switch back to the actual output, or the input from a microphone on my Mac, the iMac that I'm using, so that I can make sure, because I know that audio sounds good. I don't know what this sounds like. In fact, I'm already peaking a little bit on this audio for these microphones, so I'm going to turn that gain down a little bit. So I'm going to switch over to that, because that way I know that sounds good, just in case something happens with this audio. Maybe the quality isn't too good. It would be nice if the quality was good though, because that would be a double bonus for this kind of thing. So let's go ahead and switch over to that now. Okay, I'm just going to insert this here right now. I've just listened back to the audio, and these microphones sound amazing. It sounds like they have a low pass or a high pass filter in there, so it's not all boomy and muffled. To me, it sounds even better than the built-in iMac audio. So I thought I'd put that in there right now so that you can tell, and you can tell what I think. I think it sounds really good. It's very high quality for webcams to hear the kind of microphone quality that we have in this. If I go to Logitech, if I add that as a source real quick. Okay, now I have Logitech C920 on here as the input audio, and that's what this sounds like. Compared to what we heard before, I think you'll get an idea of how good and how superior the SOULION sounds in audio. Now, let's get back to what we were talking about. And we're back with the iMac audio. So let's compare how this looks to a Logitech camera, okay, the webcam I was using before. All right, so over here on the left-hand side is the Logitech webcam, and with it, it actually comes with a software called Camera Settings that I use. There's also another one called Logic Capture if you're on a Mac, that I can actually change the brightness, you know, change different features of it and things like that. I can increase the contrast if I want it, decrease it. Color intensity, I can make it really, really saturated or nothing like that at all. But once again, like I said, you can do this with a lot of the filters in whatever streaming service that you're using, the software for the streaming that you're using, or a lot of video software that you have as well. You can use it for that as well. Logitech does have an autofocus, and you can adjust the focus with the tool that I mentioned. The SOULION is a fixed focus, so if I go like this, that's as good as it gets, okay? So there's no autofocus on this, so it's basically going to be for a wide shot, all right? Now the Logitech, I can tell it to autofocus, and it should do just that, okay? But you're not going to see that over here, all right? So just keep that in mind. It has a fixed focus. So far, I'm liking what I see. I like the colors. It looks a little crisper and sharper than the Logitech to me. The Logitech only goes to 1080p. As far as I know, this is probably recording in 2K ever since I switched it over through QuickTime. So I like what I see so far, and maybe using this webcam from now on, because I like the fact that for some reason the Logitech is picking up all this overexposure because of these lights here, and I thought it was the lights, it's the problem. But it looks really nice and crisp and not over washed out light-wise in this SOULION. So I'm probably going to be switching to this for my main webcam. It'd be nice to have another webcam for like side shots or anything like that where the lighting doesn't matter as much. But this, I think, is going to enhance my picture a whole lot better for live streams and for recording here at the desk, because I much prefer recording with a webcam than I do getting out an actual camera and setting everything up. It is a little bit more of a resource on your computer, but for me, for the kind of stuff I do, I think it's a trade-off that I'm willing to take. Okay, so you can use this for gaming, you can use this for live streaming, this webcam, all kinds of great details that you can use. And once again, the link is in the description below if you want to check this out. You can also, I'll probably also leave some images here of the different various uses that this webcam can provide. The SOULION C30, once again, it's a 2K webcam, and I think it looks amazing. I'm just telling you right now, I'm going to go back to the main spot, and yes, now to compare this to if I went to the Logitech webcam here, that's what I look like. It's a little frozen now because of the resources that I'm using, but my face is all washed out. The lighting above, I cannot control that. No matter what I do with the add-on software that it comes with, I can't control the exposure here. And for some reason, the Logitech is lagging. That's, I don't know why, but if I go back to the SOULION, it's perfect. No problems there. All right, so my verdict is this is a 5-star webcam because I love the way it looks. If I go back in here and I'm going to fix a little bit of the hue setting. Okay, so I'm going to see, it looks a little greenish for me. So I'm going to kind of shift that over a little bit. There we go. Take some of that green, and bam, we're good. Okay, so we're back to something that looks decent. I think it's a good investment to check this webcam out by SOULION. I'm super thankful to them for sending me these products. Very quality products, in my opinion. The speakers were awesome, and I'll also leave a video here where you can check those out. It's all, I always point to the wrong place. But there should be a video somewhere here on the screen, usually up in the top corner, that you can look at my review and demo and unboxing for the SOULION R40 speakers, okay? So that's been it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Please do check out that video, and I'll see you on the next video, whatever it may be. I've got some more gear things I'm going to be showing for you guys. So until then, see you next time. God bless, and keep creating.